Also, I spoke to Congressman Steve King. He's from Iowa on my radio program this morning. And I got to tell you, I said to him halfway through, how come we've never met or talked before? I like you a lot. I mean, not in a tickle fest sort of way. Congressman, welcome to the program.
Thanks for that introduction, Glenn. I appreciate it.
Anytime I can make a congressman uncomfortable, I'm here to do it for you.
Well, it worked.
You are actually calling for a rally in Washington, D.C. on Saturday at noon. Is that right?
I am. 12 o'clock on Saturday on the Capitol grounds. It looks like it's going to be on the west side of the Capitol. That's to be finalized probably tomorrow. We need tens of thousands of Americans to come here to defend our liberty and say to the people that are walking in and out of the Capitol, vote no on the bill. Don't steal my liberty. Let me manage my own health care. You have no constitutional right to do this.
Okay. I'm going to be real honest with you, Congressman. I agree with you. I think I think if you had people surrounding the Capitol, I think it would be unbelievable. I think everybody inside would be like, oh, dear God. I mean, I think it would be hard for them to vote because the people are there. That's why they're not going home this weekend, right? Am I right? That's why you guys aren't going home?
That's exactly why. They have announced that there's going to be some votes late on Sunday, and that they think that this 72-hour clock that's ticking brings us towards the Sunday when they would be voting on the Sabbath during Lent to socialize our health care in America for every single American, legal and illegal, and take away our liberty and do it on Sunday. I think it's the most sanctimonious thing that I have ever seen.
Why?
To steal liberty on Sunday.
Wait a minute. Why would you say it would be arrogant or sanctimonious to create a right on the Sabbath? I mean, it is, I mean, to these guys, Samuel Adams, that is a slap in the face of God. That is absolutely unbelievable, but appropriate.
And Glenn, I think what they get wrong, so wrong, is the other side, the left, the liberals, the progressives that you've articulated so well, they believe that rights are something that are conferred by government. They have argued for a long time that there's a right to health care and there's a right to a health insurance policy that each one of us belongs to our very own. And I argue rights come from God. If government grants you your rights, then government can take them away and you have no recourse. You have to submit to government.
Congressman, hold on just a second. Congressman King will be back with Iowa Congressman Steve King, who I just talked to for the first time today, and he brought up a couple of really good points. And if you wouldn't mind just hitting them, Congressman. Let's start with Roe versus Wade. I find this fascinating.
Okay. Well, in 1973, when the Supreme Court ruled that legalized abortion, even elective abortion, in Roe versus Wade and Doe versus Bolton, since that time, almost every liberal has argued that the federal government has no business telling a woman what she can or can't do with her body. Now here we are in 2010, after 2 generations of that argument, the very same people that have made the argument are now arguing the federal government has every right to tell everyone in America what they can or can't do with their body. It's 180 degrees from the 2-generation argument.
It's amazing. 'Cause you know why?
It's amazing.
Because they're not rooted in values and principles. They're rooted in values and principles that they never expose. And so they're always shape-shifting. It's an insidious game. So this is going to pass, but this is a historic bill. Why? If it passes.
Well, if it passes, and it's historic in another way, and I believe it is unique, and that is that, first of all, it's the Senate version of the bill that has to move. Today, the Senate version could not pass the Senate. Scott Brown's been elected. It can't pass the House because they have to use the deemed it passed slaughter language to make that work. So for the first time in the history of America, a bill that doesn't have the support of the Senate and can't pass the House could still go to the president's desk and become the law of the land. That, I believe, is unprecedented.
I have to tell you, I hope people show up on Saturday at noon there at the Capitol and plan on just staying there. I mean, you know, camp out if you have to. Let me ask you this.
Capitol up.
I have only 30 seconds. Is there any sense of trepidation at all from people who are thinking about voting for this? Are they worried at all that this might just tear this country apart, taking over health care, 1/6 of the economy, and education?
I think they're worried about themselves and their political career. And I think some of them are just committing political suicide and they know it. Others are doing a calculation that they can explain this away by November.
Yeah,
I don't think they've thought about the American people losing their liberty.
No, they have no
idea. It's
idea.
time to reset the American clock is what needs to happen here in the elections in November. But we can beat this, Glenn. We can beat it.
Thank you very much, Congressman, and we'll be